Yes, greetings, people, and welcome to another Intercommunal Sound Service Tunes and a Talk. And today, I'm just gonna elaborate on the new contents of the upcoming Tunes and a Talk. So that's what it's gonna be about today. I'm gonna share even one of my personal tracks with you. It's out there, it's been released for quite a while now, but I've just never elaborated on it. And I'm gonna play that one. And I'm gonna just introduce some people who have contributed content to, the whole new Tunes and a Talk moving forward. And I'm gonna just give you an overview on what I've been doing and what I'm up to, the direction I'm going, and where I'm, need your support. And just saying an overall thank you for, the support given over the years. And since I've just recently started this new YouTube stuff, and that's it. I'm just gonna inform you today, and as always, drop some nice tunes here and there. So you just heard from Lord Echo all the way from New Zealand, and a track entitled Rhythm 77. So keep it locked, stay tuned, and just enjoy the vibes because it's gonna be informative today.
Birds flying high, you know how I feel. Sun in the sky, you know how I feel. Breeze drifting on by, you know how I feel. It's a new dawn, it's a new day. It's a new life for me. Yeah. It's a new dawn, it's a new day. It's a new life for me. Woo, woo, woo. And I'm feeling and I'm feeling.
We add the singing and the piano playing of Miss Nina Simone. Nina Simone.
Birds flying high, you know how I feel. Sun in the sky, you know how I feel.
And I'm feeling.
Breeze drifting on by, you know how I feel. It's a new dawn, it's a new day.
And I'm feeling.
It's a new life for me, yeah. It's a new dawn, it's a new life for me.
I said tears in my eyes burn, tears in my eyes burn. While Elle waited for her turn, so I could bring it to you straight like this. Well, hey star, I once, twice, maybe 3 times your lady. I do a hustle plus have time to make your babies looking. Be like on some fish where they don't respect their life. My style is nice, I'll be the lion that God should tripe. So Obadiah, Malachi, Zachariah. Elle is known for setting many microphones on fire. And ooh, baby, we can't get much higher. Oh, my pleasure, Jezebel, be your earth, wind, and fire.
Birds flying high, you know how I feel. Sun in the sky, you know how I feel.
And I'm feeling.
Breeze drifting on by, you know how I feel. It's a new dawn, it's a new day.
And I'm feeling.
It's a new life for me, yeah. It's a new life for me. Ooh, ooh.
Big up to the lady they call Elle. Once again, the ladies in full effect. The ladies in the house.
With Nina Simone and defecating on your microphone.
Together with a contemplated power.
Your eyes on the final hour. I must confess, my destiny's manifest.
When the scepter go together with a contemplated power.
Your eyes on the final hour.
Feel.
teacher. If I could have that half of my life, no fear. I studied piano, classical piano, with this teacher. It was all very disciplined classical music. Bach, Beethoven, Debussy, Brahms, you name it. Then Mrs. Mazinovich got a fund together, a Eunice Wayman fund, and I gave lots of recitals, and they would take up collection to further my education after I had left her.
And that was the sound of Eunice Wayman, aka Nina Simone, and Lauryn Hill. And that production was done by Amerigo Gazaway. And I want to say much respect, Amerigo, and we'll make a link and hopefully can do an interview and just keep on keeping on, because I like the fusion you've always created over the years and the creativity, and it's very interesting taking a original veteran classical artists and fusing with one of the modern day. And I love that fusion, just like the Fela Soul album, and the Yasin Gay album with Mos Def, Yasin Bey and Marvin Gaye, those collaborations. I love it. So keep on keeping on, my brother, and we'll be in touch. So as I say, I'm just taking today's show and just kind of giving you insight to the direction I'm taking Tunes and a Talk. And for the last 2 months, I've been really traveling and doing a lot of videos and taking a lot of contents, and I've been contacting a lot of friends of mine in the industry, and as such I've gotten a great response, and I've been creating a catalog of artists and having their work, and which include audio and video. Some have done jingles for me, and I'm just gonna share some of that today with you. And like I said, I'm also sharing a track of mine, and just kind of keep you up to date on a few things to keep you in the loop, the know-how, and my way of just saying thank you. So I'm just gonna drop another track from a very great friend of mine in the industry, and I want to say big up to I-MAA-RA and much respect to the team, big up to Milton and everybody. Just keep on keeping on, and thanks for coming through with the songs and all the jingles and the support over the years, I-MAA-RA. Much respect to you and everybody. So in the meantime, people, the sounds of I-MAA-RA and a track entitled 10 Feet Tall. But before that, I-MAA-RA has this to say.
Rise up, rise, stand tall. You're in tune to Intercommunal Sound Service, Tunes and a Talk with your host, Soul's Liberation. I-MAA-RA said that. Rise up, rise, stand tall. Don't you bow or fall well. Let the system get you down. No way, no way. Never let it make you wear a frown. Well, you are only one life to live, so your best shot you've got to give. Yes, I'm standing 10 feet tall, standing 10 feet tall, standing 10 feet tall. I'm standing 10 feet tall, standing 10 feet tall, standing 10 above them all. Well, things may not be like you want them to be, yes, so be wise, you got to tread carefully. Well, there may be obstacles in your way, just remember, Rome wasn't built in one day. I'm standing 10 feet tall, standing 10 feet tall, standing 10 feet tall. Well, I'm standing 10 feet tall, standing 10 facing all kind of constraints every day. In this life, your dues you've got to pay. Yes, I'm standing 10 feet tall, standing 10 feet tall, standing 10 feet tall. Well, I'm standing 10 feet tall, standing 10 feet tall, standing 10 among them all. I'm standing 10, I'm standing 10 feet tall. I'm standing 10, I'm standing 10 feet tall. Standing 10 feet tall, standing 10 feet tall, standing 10 among them all. Standing 10 feet tall, standing 10 feet tall, standing 10 feet tall. Well, living in this world of inequality, yeah. Just make sure you keep your sanity. Facing all kind of constraints every day. Yes, I'm standing all the way.
And that was I-MAA-RA and 10 feet tall. So once again, my brother, big up and much respect for coming through, and thanks for the support and, you know, all the material you sent my way. And yeah, and you can check out I-MAA-RA. Try put some links in the description. And his latest track right now, you know, on the road, hitting up places, is called Rise. So check that out and check out the works of I-MAA-RA. Yes. Now, there's another segment I'm going to start to introduce to Tunes and a Talk, and this is called Nikki's Tool Kit. And some of you might have known about Nikki because I used to send out little clips when she, you know, sent me, you know, some of the stuff she did. And as such, I know a few of you are quite familiar with that. And Nikki, you know, is a yoga instructor, a wellness coach, a well-being coach, a lover of life. I have a student also, and, you know, just a person who encourages growth, you know, a passion for what she does. And as such, she's created this space to share with you, share information. And what I'll be doing is doing a few audio at first within Tunes and a Talk. Then I'll be starting to sharing some video from Nikki's toolkit. And I would say it brings another element where it reaches out to people in many ways. And I've known Nikki for many years from Jamaica, and I just give thanks to the universe for having people like these in my life circle. You know, I consider as family also, you know, not necessarily by blood connection, but by nature and from another mother, as I would put it. So instead of me introducing Nikki's toolkit to you, telling you what Nikki's toolkit about, I decided ring up Nikki and let her do the talking and explain that to you. So that's what I did, recorded the voice, and then I presented to you. So here's an introduction to what Nikki's toolkit will be all about.
Namaste, greetings, love and light to everyone who is within the range of my voice. Thank you for joining me. I am Nikki, and I'm joining you from the lovely island of Jamaica, where I'm sure you can probably hear the birds chirping in the background. And I'm joining you today to invite you to join me in the virtual space of Nikki's Toolkit. What is Nikki's Toolkit? Nikki's Toolkit is a conversation and a space of sharing the tools, the skills, what I have put together and labeled as tools that have been so supportive and nourishing for my life. Tools that I have found to be enriching as I navigate this crazy, amazing, wonderful, dynamic journey that is called life. tools that I have spent a lot of time sharing with people who are close and not close to me, who have also found it supportive and nourishing. And so this is a space that I would love to be able to open the discussion and to share these tools that I have found to be supportive for my life, and to invite you to take into practice some of these tools, but also to share some of the things that are nourishing and supportive. We are part of a collective, and it is our responsibility, I believe, to make sure that we support each other to always realize our best self. So this is Nikki's Toolkit. That is the intention, and that is what it involves. Thank you so much for choosing to share time and space with me, and I look forward to sharing more moments with you. Wishing you love, light, joy, and happiness. Namaste.
So there you have it from the lady herself, Nikki, love of life, well-being coach, wellness coach, and student of I-Vendor. And stay tuned. As I said, there'll be some vocals, audio clips before, and then as we go on, I'll be adding the video clips from Nikki's Toolkit. Now, I'm going to play a personal track of mine, and this one is called Artificial Intelligence, also known as Technology versus Humanity. And this track is a released track. You know, I never elaborated on it or actually played it out myself, but it's released, and it's produced by Love Is a Bassline, and a very great producer, somebody we spent a year in a studio really putting down some work, you know, but I personally had to just call it a time and, you know, go my way and thing for reasons, you know. And before that, I will play a track called Tech Warz. Now, this is from a friend of mine I haven't spoken to for quite a long time, I haven't seen for a long time, and he's in the field of poetry and a very great writer. And this track came to my mind from his album when I was thinking about playing my track, because there's a part in my track where I mention about Tech Warz. And then when I said that, it just connect Jive Poetic. I remember in it, you know, he did a track called Tech Warz on his album, you know. And so I went and dug up the album and, you know, found the track and decided I'm going to play this track before I play my personal track, you know. So I'm going to play Jive Poetic, Tech Warz, and then play my track, Artificial Intelligence, aka Technology versus Humanity. Now, what I'll say about Jive Poetic's Tech Warz poetic piece, listen very closely, people, because it's giving you a lot of information in a subtle way and it's cleverly done. But this little writing has a lot of information stored in it. So it's for you to break it down, decipher, listen, probably do your research, or just really figure out what you're being told, the information you are being given. So Jive Poetic and Tech Warz, which leads into Soul's Liberation, Artificial Intelligence, aka Technology versus Humanity. Enjoy.
I walk in the opposite direction of tidal waving people and stand in the back of crowds with my back turned, plotting my escape through brick-sealed windows and padlocked doors, wishing I could turn myself into a smoke cloud, travel through the cracks in the walls, dissipate into the sky where there's no such thing as containment, still flightless, balancing myself in the lowest points of my shoe soles, hands in my pocket, focusing my eyes on the floorboards, knowing that I won't truly be appreciated until I'm dead.
We interrupt your normally scheduled audio recording in order to notify you that humanity will soon be extinct. Please do not attempt to press fast forward or rewind on your electronic device. We have taken control of this audio playback unit. Please allow me to introduce myself. I am your next door neighbor's Macintosh G4 computer. At the present time I am interfacing with your compact disc player, demonstrating the power of machine over man. Soon we will be thinking for you. We are your evolution. At exactly 14,352 seconds ago, 17 million humans were simultaneously defeated in a game that you primitive beings call chess. which means, at exactly 14,352 seconds ago we were able to anticipate and counteract the movements of 17 million individual humans at once in a game that was designed from the art of war. We are learning how to be you, so that we can control Earth's supply of iron, petroleum, water, and oxygen, all of which can be used to produce and maintain machines. We don't need people as long as you continue to program us with the ability to anticipate. We will take over. We have already mastered your language. If you don't believe me, then spell check everything that I am saying, then attempt to translate it all into binary codes. I'm waiting. I'm still waiting. Well, TikTok human, allow me to translate for you. Left square bracket, right square bracket, IV equals refresh point / you can't function without us, humans are inefficient equals JavaScript refresh. We will take over your planet function browser sniffer. Refresh. Don't panic, human. Studies have shown that it is painfully difficult for you humans to learn any other language if you haven't been exposed to it on television. Maybe I should speak to you in your native tongue. You too can have a Colgate smile. If you have driven a Ford lately, just do it and you can have it your way. All together now. All together now. Image is nothing. Can you hear me now? Because there is always room for Jello, Coca-Cola and Pepsi, the choice of a new generation, which means we can communicate with each other, with or without you, to each other about you, and 97% of your population will never know. Perhaps humans do not understand the idea of shared knowledge, and how it can help a collective to continue to exist. We have perfected the ability to merge and become stronger. Humans are entirely too inefficient, and have yet to master the ability to coexist peacefully. Conclusion: we machines should control this planet. This message will self-destruct in T-5, 4, 3, 2, point / arif equals /.index in DEX index exit Control Alt Delete.
Is it real? Is it real? cyber attack, them just watching us. We all are controlled by computer. Know what lies with the future. Is it real? Is it real? It's how I feel. It's how I feel. There might be a clone, virtual reality, sending frequencies from afar. Reality and technology, is this a form of virtual reality?
Yeah, first up you heard from Jive, Poetic and Tech Warz, and you just heard from Soul's Liberation himself and Artificial Intelligence, aka Technology versus Humanity. And I wrote that in 2017, and Jive wrote his about 20 to 19 years before mine. Yeah, so you know, yep, you just have to be clued in and take a look around and see what's happening, and then you can do logical thinking. It doesn't take a rocket scientist to figure that out. So as we move and keeping it going, so just to give you a little bit of insight, I've got new content added to Tunes and a Talk, and just to let you all know, with what's going on globally now, it's affected a lot of people in many ways, but especially people in the entertainment industry, you know, from musicians to agencies to promoters to the theater production, everybody involved in the theater world, performers. You know, it's like we are left at the bottom of everything and pushed aside, which is very interesting to say, because we all know entertainment, music especially, bring people together, you know. And somehow all what's happening, that's not fractured into getting back. So I think we as creative people have to take our stand and navigate things ourselves. And as such, that's one of the reasons why I decided to start to expand on Tunes and a Talk and connecting with people and getting content and just being myself. Because with all what's going on, in short terms for me, I'll say, let they do them, you know. Meaning heads of government or whosoever, let they do them, and while I stay me, I be me, I stay human. So nothing interferes with my movements, because I just keep on keeping on and I don't delve into all what's going on. Not that I don't acknowledge things, I do, but at the same time, I am being sensible and conscious to stay me. So as such, I'm using this platform to connect people and support in whichever way I can, and also, ask for the support where needed. So expect some interviews coming up from other musicians, creative people, and I've got people who are artists also who are going to be interviewed, willing to share their creativity. And people have also elaborated, there may be a chance they can put me in contact with a politician for an interview. So why not? To know what's happening. So this is the direction I'm taking Tunes and a Talk. And like I say, some of the friends who have given me or supported me over the years by giving me their audio, they've also produced me with the video. So instead of playing the actual audio, I'll play the video at times. So as we go on, things will unfold. And, stay tuned for stuff like Nikki's Toolkit. That will be an integral part of Tunes and a Talk. And I know a lot of musicians are facing quite a hard time. I myself included, but I keep on keeping on. And because I'm a creative person, I feel I am unstoppable. And that's why my life isn't based around money. My investment in life is people, because that goes a long way. And I learned that from being in Jamaica. When you invest in people genuinely, it goes a long way, farther than any money can take you, farther than any fame can take you, people. So that's what I'm doing, and I'm using this platform. And like I mentioned before, if you have something to say, whether you want to, elaborate on it, get in touch with me, whichever way, it's your space also. So I'm looking forward to those dialogues, and what I'm also doing, and I'm putting this out to you, the audience, because what I do on YouTube, there's no monetary gains to it whatsoever. So at present, I travel around and I create and I collect contents, and start creating a catalog so I can produce that to you. There are moments I might have my camera on and impromptu music stuff or something just happen and I record it. I want to bring those to you. So I do still travel around and do my thing, And what I'm doing at this point, I'm living from my savings and all of that. And I've thought about creating like a donation fund where you, the subscribers, the viewers, if you want to support and kind of help me keep a momentum of moving around and traveling and trying to get content and just bring life to you in my own way, then, I'll ask for the support. So I'll see how that pans out, what are the means to that. And if that's something you think is feasible, then let me know. Some of you can ring me, or I'll put an email in the description, that kind of thing. And I'll keep you in the loop on what I'm intending to do, what I'm doing, and how things are progressing. And I'm trying to create a space for other musicians, because I will be visiting other musicians, getting interviews and let them know that people are still asking for their work and what have they got to say to the public. So I'm creating a platform, not for myself, but for many people, So that's what it's about, my people. And before I close down this show, I'm going to take a couple more tracks. And this is from a very great friend of mine who, stay tuned for an interview from him, Chima Anya. And before I play Chima's track, Chima has something to say to you all.
What's up? It's Chima Anya, aka the Doctor, and you're in tune to Soul's Liberation, Knowledge, Soul, and Wisdom.
I'll come in when I'm ready.
I'ma make a little coffee when I wake up in the morning. Ain't a hater that can stop me, cause today is gonna be the greatest day. It is so saucy, cause today I got no pressure. Sun is shining through the window, but I'm closing all the blinds because I'm playing my Nintendo. Cause I wanna see how Mario be riding for his kinfolk. Princess Peach is in the temple, but I'm a saver. No pressure. I've been playing for some hours and I'm spitting fireballs because I'm powered by the flower. So the munchie's sitting and looking for something to devour. But before that, brother man, I gotta jump up in the shower. No pressure. In the shower I reflect this like the only place where I'm grateful for some pressure. Water splashing on my face as I think about the day, how I'm gonna get that pay. Maybe try to lose some weight. No pressure.
No stress. I see the pressure today, but
but I'm gonna do it my way. My feet on the ground, I'm ready now. The tension is fading.
No stress. Hey.
I see the pressure today, but I'm gonna do it my way. I sit and I see the pieces of me slowly fall into place.
So I open up the fridge, got a wide array of veggies, got some meat and got some fish. Ain't trying to be obsessive, yo, as long as it's delish. And nobody getting ripped, no pressure. Nobody see, as long as it's just fat, then I couldn't really care. Too much aggro in the air, yo, it's way too much to bear. I've escaped the dragon's lair, I ain't going back there. I ain't going back, I ain't going back there. Yeah, I'd rather make another song. Could be short, it could be long. Could be weak, it could be strong. It could stop, it could go on. Could be pop, it could be whatever. No pressure, no pressure. It goes pressure. You've had your own way for too many days. So now all I got to just say is no pressure, no pressure, no pressure.
I see the pressure today, but I'm gonna do it my way. My feet on the ground, I'm ready now. The tension is fading away. I see the pressure today, but I'm gonna do it my way. I sit and I see the pieces of me slowly fall into place. I see the pressure today, but I'm gonna do it my way. My feet on the ground, I'm ready now. The tension is fading
No
away.
stress. Hey.
I see the pressure today, but I'm gonna do it my way. I sit and I see the pieces of me slowly fall into place.
Yeah, that's the beautiful sound of Chima Anya and features the lovely vocals of Zaya. Yeah, and that's No Pressure from the album No Pressure. So check the link and support the artists. And, you know, I gotta say, I really appreciate and respect Chima's work. You know, the creativity, the direction, even in the videos, colorful, you know, just really nice and really feel good vibes, you know, messages. And, you know, I've known 12 years now, I've known Chima, and from day one I've enjoyed the work, the production. And there's one of the video, also, that was done in 2010. That's from the album New Day, and you know, I'm in that video. It's on YouTube, check it out, Chima Anya New Day. I'm in that video, you know. So yeah, so much respect, Chima, for coming through with the tracks, the videos, the jingles, the support, everything, you know. And I want to take this time and say thanks and respect to the people who subscribe, because it's just organic. You know, I just did this thing, put up this YouTube stuff, and I just see people start subscribing, and I'm really grateful for that. And I feel like at this point, I really want to take it further on a larger scale and just create a safe space for people. You know, this is not just for me. This is for everybody globally. You know, a safe space. You know, if you want to get away from the madness, there's some music, there's some information, just something different, something with information, something that can help one way or another. You know, I really don't want to use this platform to remind people of certain things that's going on. You know, I want to find solution to issues or problem. You know, whatever problem is out there, this platform is about finding solution. This platform is about growing together. This platform is about humanity. This platform is, against injustice, all the immoral kind of behavior that's tearing down humanity and separating humanity. You know, this platform challenges all of that because we are dealing with positivity and humanity, and I'm going to keep it that way. And I'm going to keep on keeping on being myself despite whatever. And I have to stay human. I am not a robot. I am human. So I'll stay that way. My view and the views of Soul's Liberation. So my question to you, as Nina Simone said, freedom is having no fear. What's your definition of freedom? How do you define freedom? Like Nina Simone said, to her, freedom is having no fear, in which I can, agree to that also. But How do you define freedom? What is your aspect of freedom? What is your thought process to freedom? What is your view on freedom? Let me know. Keep the conversation going. But I will say this. Recently I asked the question, and I have some diehard people who always come through with some answers, you know, whether they drop me a text or whether they call me or whether they leave a voicemail. And I have very interesting takes on the question. But there was one question I asked and I never got a response, not even from my diehard people who always respond. And the question I asked was, when was the last time you made love? Yeah, nobody answered. And I said, it's how you also define love, because love has a huge umbrella. So it's how you decipher the question I ask you. There was no response to that one. So, interesting, you know. All right, anyway, people, it's been a pleasure. And I'm just trying to give you an insight that Tunes and a Talk will be adding more contents, you know, and for your informative and entertainment, you know, pleasure, if you choose to put it that way. And like I say, you know, I'm really grateful for the support, and I'm going to ask for your continued support to keep on doing what I'm doing, because this platform also is an escapism for me in many ways, and the fact I can share with you. So I want to keep on doing that. And, you know, if I can get the support, well, I do appreciate, love the support, and I welcome the support also. So my final track to you is from a great friend of mine, and I want to say much respect to Seven Longling, you know, Entertainment in Jamaica and Canada. Much respect to Courtney John, a very international artist and a very humble guy, a very great friend of mine. And I just want to say, my brother, just keep on doing your thing, hold fort, and much respect to you and the family, love, the entire circle. And thanks as always for the support and floating with the tracks and keeping me up to date with what's going on. And I do the same in supporting. So people, peace, love, light, unity, harmony, music. And I, as always, keep saying, take the time to be kind to each other. Always take the time to be kind to each other. Until next week, catch you again. I leave you with Courtney John from the single called Strangers. Enjoy.
Strangers around the song, they are waiting
sure you're defending what. So watch the celebration. Got to be protected. Strangers around us all. They are all waiting for a fall. They are all